because of what was going on when the pain became almost unbearable. And some people were accusing me of being quiet at a time when I should be talking. I was compelled to cry unto God because we have been fasting, we have been praying for a particular group of school children that were captured. And the kidnappers felt that the government was not reacting fast enough to give them the money they've asked for. They slaughtered their teacher and showed the video to the rest of the world. And then some people began to speak, challenging those of us who said we have been praying. They said, you have fasted, you have prayed. Where is your God? So I went to the Lord in prayer, in deep agony. So I said, Father, you've heard them. He said, where is our God? Answer them now. And then God spoke to me. Told me that as for the release of the children, it's going to be dramatic. But he didn't tell me the time or the details. But then he told me that aspect, should leave it in his hand, but that he would talk to me a bit about what will happen after this particular incident. And in some of the things he said, he mentioned what's going to happen to those who have been sponsoring terrorism and kidnapping in Nigeria. And he spoke about several other things, and I didn't have any idea of what's going to happen here. I just know that my son, the father of the father of that young man who's been the organizer, told me about this meeting. He knew I would be in America for the American convention of our church. And I'm supposed to have been on my way to Nigeria by last Sunday. But when he said this program will be taking place tonight, I said I will wait. I will wait. So if I disappear before the program is over, it's because another assignment is waiting, and it's not in America at all. I'm happy that you said that this program is nothing political. You're not holding this meeting either to discredit the government and so on and so forth. If we talk about what's happening in Nigeria vis-a-vis Christianity, it's a bit difficult for me to bear all that is happening there. But in Africa, our elders are the custodian of very deep philosophy. They may not be highly educated, but they have education, if you know what I mean. They say that after an elder has eaten some soup, no matter what is happening, the soup will not shake. That means an elder, to be called an elder, must be able to suffer long and just pretend that nothing is happening. Because one of the things the people were complaining about is that I'm from the southern part of Nigeria, and the northern part is supposed to be predominantly Muslim. And so they were accusing me in particular that because I am in the south, I'm not paying enough attention to the churches in the north. So I smiled in pain. I smiled in pain because as of now, in the north, where the persecution is supposed to be toughest, I have more than 8,000 churches under my care. I have suffered things that if the soup were to shake in the belly of the elder, we will not be having this kind of meeting. Because one of my daughters, a pastor in the north, went for what we call early morning evangelism. And she was passing through the front of a mosque. Early morning evangelism is just telling everybody loud and clear, Jesus loves you. And that's all she was doing. Passing by a mosque, and some people came out of the mosque and killed her. That's not something hidden. I mean, it was news. And the case was not even investigated. I mean, the police didn't even come. Okay. And the younger generation of Christians made some suggestions. Police will not come, and they've done their own. Let's do our own. They made suggestions on, we know the mosque, we know the chief imam. Well, let's do something. After all, the police will not come. And I smiled. Because if I agree that we do what they say we should do, you know, young people now, all you need to do is give the go-ahead. By the time they finish, even you will say, I didn't ask you to go that far. But I told them, if there's going to be a spiritual war in Nigeria, I won't be the one who will start it. Have you seen a video tonight where you see some people being slaughtered? I'm happy that they took it away very quickly. But it reminds me of what happened in one of our churches in the north. Because I've taught my own children, we don't run. Light does not run from darkness. Under no circumstances. So, Boko Haram drove away the churches. I mean, the pastors there fled. But my pastor refused to move. So one day they came to visit him at home. You don't want to go, we know what to do. But he wasn't in. However, the wife was in, and the wife had just given birth to a set of twins. So they said, well, your husband is not home. We will leave him a gift that will cause him to move. So they slaughtered the twins. The soup must not shake in the belly of the elder. When I heard, of course, the poor little mother nearly went mad. Well, quite a terrible experience. So I told my son, the pastor, comes to the south. You've already paid your price. I mean, when you get to heaven now, and Paul is bragging, talking of how many times they beat him, how many times they stoned him, you say, Olga, you never married. You never had a set of twins. And I had a set of twins, and I'd lost them for Christ's sake. I said, you've made a mark. Come to the south. We will arrange for somebody else to take your place. And he looked at me and said, Daddy, what are you saying? You are the one who taught us. We don't run. And we didn't run. So we are still there. Not only are we still there to mark the occasion, we established an IDP camp. And the children have been there. We started a school for them. They've been around now for years. As a matter of fact, by the grace of God, coming this September, we are going to start a secondary school there. As the IDP camp had, of course, the mothers of the children. They were there. The men, they can run when they see trouble. And so we have to arrange for the mothers too, to learn something they can do. Because after all, one day, they are going back home by the special grace of God. Now, I'm not here to tell a long story. in everything I'm saying, because this meeting is being watched, at least in Nigeria, right now, live. So I'm not going to say anything that I've not said before. Thank God for Trump. Yeah, I think you should thank God for him. You should thank God for him. Thank you very much. Thank you. Last year, around November, he sent a message that he was coming to bomb Nigeria. And I felt that, again, if I don't say something, things might not go the way it should go. You see, there's something wonderful about bombing. The only problem with that is that no matter how accurate your bomb may be, some innocent people will suffer. And I think he meant to bomb us several times. So again, I had to speak. In November, the first Friday of November last year. And I announced publicly that the government must do something quick. Because I said to them, I've never met Trump, but I've followed him. And I like him. It doesn't mean I agree with all his ways. But what I like about him, you want the truth? He's the best politician I've ever met. During his first term, the ambassador in Nigeria at that time visited me in my home. And after discussing whatever we discussed, which is none of your business, he asked me, he said, what do you think of our new president? I said, Trump. He said, yes, I made the first term. I said, I like him. He said, why? He's doing what he promised you he would do. Apology to my brothers here who are politicians. To be a good politician, you must be able to speak two things from the same mouth. A little to the right, a little to the left. That's what makes you a professional politician. And then I like him because when he says, I want to do this, you better get ready. Many a times he will even have done what he's going to do before he tells you. So I said to my government, it's in the news, first Friday of November last year, I said, hey, God has just given you an opening. Because when this man says he's coming to bomb you, he's coming. I said, if you don't believe me, ask Iran. Because he has bombed Iran first before Iran knew that there was bomb coming. I said, in our own case, God has given us an opportunity. He has told us in advance. So I told them to do 3 things. It's all recorded in all the papers. 1, government, go and meet Trump quickly. Beg him. Tell him to give you 100 days grace. We are not saying don't come. All you were saying is give us 100 days of grace. And then, as soon as you've done that, call the military officers, Army, Navy, Air Force. Tell them, within 90 days, stop this mess or resign. I said it. Then I said number 3, those people who are kidnapping people, who are doing terror, you know them. The boys doing the dirty work are in the bush. The sponsors are wealthy people, and you know them. Some of them are businessmen, some of them are politicians. Go after them. Because if you don't deal with those who are supplying these people with arms and ammunition, and most of the time when they go about on motorcycles. If we don't go after the sponsors, the problem will continue. Well, after I made that announcement publicly, I was invited into our own White House. And I met with the president and his wife. For your information, the wife of the president is one of my pastors. And we talked, and I repeated what I said in the open. Sir, don't waste time. Get in contact with President Trump. Go through the ambassador. Call your military officers. Give them standing order or whatever. 90 days. Wipe out this rubbish or resign. And then take care of the supporters, of the sponsors. They came. How do I know they came? It was in the news now that the wife of the president was in the gathering. I don't know what they were doing here. And he's the pastor of the largest church in the world. And when they begin to tell you about how large my church is, they are always exaggerating. I'm not as big as they say. I'm just a small boy. He contacted US. He called a meeting of the big officers. What he told them, I don't know. And I don't need to know. Because he's commander-in-chief. And when the commander-in-chief is giving instruction to his subordinates, who are you to be there? And after all, and I need to make this one clear, I don't support those who are accusing the president of not doing enough. When the commander-in-chief had given instructions to his subordinates, he has done his bit. You don't expect him to go and put on khaki and big. When my friend Trump gives instruction to go and bomb anywhere, he doesn't leave White House. He has done his bit. I hereby command, bomb Iran. And then he goes to his bedroom and sleep. The rest is left to those who are supporters. So what he told the military officers, I don't know. All I know is that on Christmas Day, a bomb landed. Maybe just to let us know. I mean what I'm saying. But then, of course, the Iran war came in. And I think he's still busy dealing with that. He's almost finishing that now. So thank you that you asked us to meet tonight so that maybe you will reach him before he brings more bombs. And what's the situation today? Probably because he might have been misunderstood. People think, oh no, all he wanted to do is throw just one bomb. He's no longer interested in Nigeria. Things had gone far, far worse than before the bomb came. Far, far worse. So worse that they are asking, where is your God? That's how bad things have been. The, what do you call it? The terrorism, kidnapping, etc., that was in the north is now even at my doorstep. Come down all the way to the south. And so, and of course, the sponsors, they are all known, and they are still moving about freely. So, may I thank you very much for making the theme of tonight. America, thank you. But you have to do much more. There are certain people in my country, only God can deal with them. There are some people, I regret to say, who are untouchable. Forgive me for taking you a little bit into mathematics. I'm a mathematician, you know. And once a mathematician, forever a mathematician. Newton's first law of motion says a body remains at rest or maintains uniform motion in a straight line except external forces compel it to do otherwise. If you want me to put it in simple language for you, If you leave this table where it is and you shut the doors so that no wind can blow in and there's no earthquake, come back in 10 years' time, the table will still be there. Unless somebody from outside itself compels it to go in another direction. If you want to help us, help us. It doesn't matter who you elect into office. If God does not help us, they were wise and correct when they said, "Where is your God?" You have fasted, you have prayed, you shouted hallelujah. Where is your God? Let me close because I have a plane to catch. I will want to say, as a small boy, and even though somebody said, I'm the father of the Christians in Nigeria. Me? That's a joke. I'm an ordinary pastor. The father of Christians in Nigeria is an archbishop. And you want to know the distance between a pastor and an archbishop? Who? It's the same as the distance between the earth and Mars. Lord have mercy. Use your influence here in this nation. Unless a fool would dare America. When you say you want to face, you don't be a fool. Because if America says, I want to wipe you out, it has 10 times the power to do it. I mean, we all know it. Use your influence to help us, preferably not by force. Because I don't even want a Muslim to die. Because they are my potential brother. If you kill them, who will I have to convert? And I know very well that the picture that they have painted for you is that, yes, there is a problem in Nigeria, but it's not Christian alone. That is true. But if you look at that statement, you will find a lot of very true corollaries. Forgive me, talking mathematically again. Not Christian alone are suffering from terrorists. True, but that truth confirms that, number one, Christians are suffering. You say they are not alone. Okay, but they are suffering. Two, nobody has told you that in all the attacks, not one can be traced to a Christian. Not one. What nobody has told you, which means you have to hurry, is that the younger Christians are not as cool-headed as those whose stomach will not allow soup to shake. There are many of these younger ones. They are so restive now that if God were to take me home today, God have mercy. So we have to move fast. If you are going to help us soon. All we are asking for is that Christian and Muslim can live together in peace. You see, I was born in a home where Christians and Muslims used to live together in absolute peace. There was one of my uncles whose name was Alimi, as a Muslim name. One of my sisters, same father, same mother, was married to a Muslim. In my family, you heard names like Razak, Adiat, and so on and so forth. So I know that. I know there are decent Muslims. We were living together in peace, celebrating together in peace. We want that back. Help us. Use your diplomatic influence. Use whatever other influence you have. As somebody suggested, contact other nations that can team up with you. Places like Britain, like maybe Switzerland, maybe Australia, so that if the whole world combine their efforts, we will keep praying. We will keep fasting. But we need help. God bless you.